Europe's Ukraine refugee policy is taking a harder turn, and Denmark may be leading it. Copenhagen is preparing to end automatic temporary protection for Ukrainians arriving from 14 regions in western and central Ukraine, according to Polish newspaper Rzeczpospolita. Denmark considers these areas relatively safe for civilians. Kyiv is excluded from the proposed list. If approved, Ukrainians from those regions could lose the automatic route to protection and face individual assessments instead.
Some municipalities are struggling to find housing for such a large number of Ukrainians and integrate them into Danish society.
The numbers show why Denmark is making the move. Around 47,600 Ukrainian citizens currently live in Denmark, according to Immigration and Integration Minister Morten Bødskov. He says some municipalities are struggling to house and integrate such a large population. Now, Copenhagen is considering whether geography should determine who qualifies for protection, effectively drawing a new line between Ukrainians considered at risk and those deemed safe enough to return. And the proposed crackdown does not stop there. Denmark is also considering an employment requirement for Ukrainians receiving benefits, potentially putting greater pressure on refugees to enter the workforce. At the same time, authorities want to review rules allowing education in English and Ukrainian, including remote classes. Denmark is not alone. In the Czech Republic, Lower House Speaker Tomio Okamura has called for Ukrainian refugee benefits to be abolished, arguing that employed Ukrainians should obtain regular residence permits, while others should return home. Media reports also say dozens of Ukrainians there have recently been denied temporary protection over documentation linked to military service obligations. The bigger message is unmistakable. Europe is beginning to rethink wartime refugee protection. Denmark's proposal is not yet law, but if approved, it could signal a tougher new phase, where temporary protection is no longer automatic, and employment, location, and integration increasingly determine who gets to stay.